inside. Hi, I'm Paul.
I'm Laura.
And we are Pretty Gritty Campers.
And we wanted to bring you guys a tour of our Avion that we renovated for the past 2 to 3 years. It's a 1976 Avion Travelcader, and let's show you around.
Before we show you the inside, I'm going to give you a quick tour of some of the features on the outside. So originally Avion color schemes only came in orange and blue. We wanted to change that because we wanted to match with our beautiful dirty truck right there. What that means here is this detailing, these vinyl strips right here took forever to find, but we got white ones. Something that'll be coming soon, hopefully, is a red stripe down the middle, and that of course goes with our beautiful wheels that we spray painted those and customized those ourselves. We have a battery here that gives us a few hours, 12 volt power inside. That'd be like all of our lights. Propane tanks, these will last us a couple of years. Electric jack, I love this thing. This here is a customized, built specifically for our Avion by the previous owner, Dennis. And he did it with steel. It's a little too heavy, but that's okay, it does the job. Maybe someday we'll replace it. We had to paint these signs. These were originally orange up here, so we had to do that with detail. This goes to our composting toilet. We'll show you that in a second. And up top there, that antenna gives us an extra bar of service. So that's really nice. A lot of people are interested about storage. Here we have a lot of our outdoor supplies, lawn chairs. We figured if we're living in a 30-foot space, well, our living room will be outside. So that means we need lawn chairs, portable fireplace, a little camping gear, and fire starting gear. This is where we do our lounging. Our bird feeder, otherwise known as squirrel feeder.
And with that, let's go ahead and look on the inside. Welcome inside our little home. We wanted to let you guys know a few things on why we chose a camper and also some of the important aspects that we wanted while we were building our camper.
First of all, we wanted the ability to just drop off our home and be able to have a car that we can take anywhere. RVs, they have restrictions as far as what parks they can go into if they're too long. A lot of the smaller vans were just quite honestly out of our price range.
We also will be living in our camper more than the 2 years that we are traveling. So we wanted something that we could potentially live in for years to come. Wanted something that had a little more space, was a little bit more versatile in the sense of not just traveling, but also living.
We also just love the charm of kind of the Avion or Airstream look with the silver bullet pulled behind a truck.
I wanted to mention that we did not have any contractors. We did everything ourselves. We built everything ourselves. We made everything ourselves. Major things that we were wanting to do with the renovation was, one, we wanted a lot of storage, counter space, separate our spaces, a lot of outlets because we will be working in different parts of our camper.
A lot of natural light, and we wanted to make it feel like it's continuous, open, even though we do have separate spaces for some privacy or if we need some time alone. We are about 95% done with the camper. Maybe when we get to 100, we'll do another tour.
Yeah.
With that, we will now give you a more detailed tour.
All right, so starting with our living space, fireplace, it's actually a heater. And it does have some settings on it that makes it look like a real fireplace. And that is our main heating system in our camper. We decided not to do a propane heater. With campers, you can just plug in and you're at a campsite. Greenery over here, and then up top have some air plants. Our couch, and this does actually turn into a table, which I will not show you guys right now because it does take some time. All under here is storage. I have some cabinets on both sides, and then we also have pull drawers in the center. That is where I keep all my art supplies. This is where we keep all of our office supplies, all of our computer type stuff and cords. My favorite thing that we have are these custom lights, and at night it does create a nice mood lighting. Under here, lights on both sides. So if you're reading or anything like that, then you can turn those lights on.
So this is an original panel with all original wiring that goes back through. There are lights that are supposed to be here from 1976, so they all burn out so quickly. It's just not worth maintaining, just having a few lights there. We have our water pump. This keeps track of battery. Waste tank doesn't work, so I have to keep track of how much I'm putting in. And as long as I do that, it really hasn't been any issue. We combine our gray and our black tank from underneath, and that doubled our storage for our gray tank. That has been fantastic.
As we mentioned before, I make sure that we had a lot of lighting, replaced the fans with sunroof. And we also have one of those in our bedroom. Again, we wanted a lot of storage, a lot of counter space. So here are our custom wood-built counters, 3 drawers. We have 2 deep ones and 1 shallow one. So the shallow one, we keep all of our silverware. Buy one that has a top over it because we did get some mice. So that allows easier cleanup if we do get a mouse again. Then we have all of our measuring and our spatulas, all of that stuff in that drawer. And then down here we have all of our Pyrex. Sink, and it is really deep and large, which we have loved that. Under here, a tank that we fill up at grocery stores, and that allows us to have fresh drinking water. So we do all of our dishes and everything in the sink. Over here is our drinking water. So this is fresh potable water, and it allows us to have a full other tank. Gas stove, and this is really great if we're boondocking or anything like that. Of course, we can still cook. This is our oven. We do need electricity for this. We decided to do a Ninja instead of an RV oven, as it does have a lot more capabilities than an RV oven would have. Under here we have all of our pots and pans, which fit in there nicely. Trash goes out. We have all of our cutting supplies over here, so we're able to just sweep all the crumbs into that trash can. I have a little wine cellar right here that keeps all of our wine. All of our extra spices and all of our vitamins. Here's all the spices that we use while we're cooking, and all of our spatulas and everything like that. And to save on weight, we decided to do a backsplash that was peel and stick because it essentially is not very heavy. As you can see, we have a lot of counter space. This is how we close our space to our bedroom. It's a curtain that you pull, cafe au lait curtains. This allows some extra privacy for those that are either in our bedroom or in the living area. I custom built this window that allows sunlight to come through from both our living room and our bedrooms. Cannot live without my KitchenAid, so we did bring that along. Garlic and our onion up there, potatoes, fruit, all that stuff kind of goes over here. Our plates, cups, fridge, just a mini fridge, which has also served us well. Baking supplies, lights up in here as well. Our coffee shelf, our snack shelf, and then all of our pantry food, storage containers as well. Nice. And this is our AC unit. Over here we have our bed. It is a full size bed that both Paul and I sleep on. Yes, we do. This is a rag that we used when we first got our camper. All stained with rust and nastiness. And I made it into a pillow. This lamp, which is really nice when one of us is wanting to sleep and one of us is not. We have a nice little pocket over here that allows our cords to be put away. A sitting nook. Eventually I'll get some antique artwork, but we haven't gone antiquing yet, so eventually we'll get those. Here we keep all of our clothes, our shoes, and our coats. We have a little coat closet over here.
This is my side. This is her side. So up underneath my side, we have the antenna that I showed you earlier. It runs down through the ceiling, and this is where we have the controls for our Wi-Fi booster, which runs through our coat closet and to a control panel down underneath our bathroom cabinets. Under here is where we have access to our water pump. We got a flow jet, seemed to be the best on the market. It's been great for us for a couple of years. This also gives us access to a lot of our plumbing just in case it ever gets clogged, which it hasn't yet, so that's been good. And then back behind this panel is access to our water heater, and that has also been great. Built this bench in a way if we need to do heavier construction repairs on any of our water systems, the entire bench actually comes off, and so then we can have a lot more access.
And then this is a door that we custom built as well. That is a slide door going into our bathroom. Okay, so first we have a bowl sink, which allows us to have more counter space. Counter, we did custom build this. It is a live edge counter. We have cabinets under here We also have a little bit storage underneath that as well. A couple things that were important for us in the shower is we wanted to make sure we had a small pebble tile. So when you're moving a camper, it shifts a lot and so it doesn't crack. A rain shower, and we wanted a European style handle that allows you to just wash your body. And then we have more cabinetry over on this side. This is our composting toilet, Nature's Head composting toilet. It did allow us to combine both of our tanks together so that we have more gray tank instead of a black and a gray tank. Here is where I keep all my ice. We are currently looking for an antique square frame that allows it to act as a cabinet so that we can open it with the frame and a picture. Paul also did build this. It has a cabinet under here, and we'll eventually have 2 lights on both sides. Again, we love antiquing, so I'd love to find some antique lights that will go there.
Last of all, we have our breaker down here, spare tools, extra heaters and fans. There's these lantern lights, which have been great for when we're boondocking and we shut off our generator. This is also where our wiring plugs in for heating wire that runs across all of our pipes to make sure that none of our pipes burst. We also have a heat pad on the bottom of our freshwater tank, and then we just put antifreeze into our gray tank.
Thanks for watching.
If you'd like to join us on our journey as we travel across the country from national park to national park, please like and subscribe. Thanks again.